First of all, I've earned treats and rewards. I've earned it because I thought I was dying for a little bit, okay? Oh gosh. I am grateful to be a vegan right now. I'm trying to be grateful in general because I'm alive.
First one, sir.
Thank you.
Of course.
The woman who made my latte looked at me and then looked at the employee next door and she was like, "Can you hand that to him?" I'm gonna choose to assume she's a homophobe because she saw my glasses, was like, no gays here. She is right that I was just gonna gay it up all over her. Like, ooh, give me a dick. Why isn't there a dick in this? Hi, I'm Brandon and I don't have cancer. In November of 2019, I missed a couple days of work because I had like a stomach ache or felt like weird bloating, and it felt different enough than normal that I decided to go see my doctor. My doctor was like pressing on my stomach and all that kind of stuff. She was like, "Oh, this is just probably gastritis. You should watch how much acid you eat," and womp womp. While we were at the appointment, I said, "Hey, back of my head fear that I've always had about this is that this is all actually caused by the fact that I have an undescended testicle." I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know if it was still what it was still doing in there or what it was, like its status was. And my doctor said, "Well, you need to see a urologist to just make sure everything is okay in there." And I said, "Okay." So here's the thing. You know those commercials that usually feature like a 45-plus-year-old dude who's like really ripped? He's at the gym and there's like a woman. The woman will come over to the guy and she'll be like, "You seem like really vital lately. You have so much energy. You seem really confident. What's your secret?" I'll be like, "Well, I started taking Dude Max." She'll be like, "Well, what's Dude Max?" "Oh man, it's this testosterone." Ah! So that's kind of what's happening to me today. Or at least that's what we're gonna go find out. I'm driving to the hospital because the blood test I got when I was seeing my urologist at the beginning of December said that my free T is very low. This is almost certainly because of my only having one huge ass ball. I have less testosterone now, and that sort of decline that might happen for every guy at some point is happening to me early. So that's where I'm going today. I'm not scared, I'm not nervous, because this seems like something that is, like, by definition manageable. He said something in his message, something about my thyroid. I mean, that's like a scary thing maybe, but I don't know, I'm not worried. Maybe once you have thought you had cancer at age 35, maybe once you've had that moment, you are less scared of other things, which is such a fun silver lining for me. I went to a urologist, had a blood test. He said, "Well, I don't feel anything." He said that I needed to get an MRI because with undescended testicles at my age, that there is a risk of testicular cancer. He said that it was an incredibly small, like, risk, and I said, "Oh, well, you know."
What the fuck is happening?
Jeffrey hadn't even been there for maybe like 30 minutes, and I got an email. "New message from your doctor. Conditions treated cancer." He couldn't even call. He couldn't even talk to me and deliver that news. I said conditions treated, like it feels like it makes sense to say potentially cancer. So I sent him a message back and I was like, "Hey, FYI, this is what I've been going through for the past 2 days, and it's because of the notes. They didn't find anything in the MRI. The testicle never developed or like died when you were young and was like reabsorbed by your body. It's like, there's nothing, no need for further consultation. He's like, well, I'll go back and change the notes. Like, you can just travel back through time and not make my days those days. With no apology whatsoever. Of course, like, the relief was immediate and incredible and huge. But I also was really mad that a doctor's carelessness could have put me into that situation that I had where I spent time thinking I have cancer. Most specifically because the word cancer was not spoken by either of us. So a quick fuck you to that doctor forever. If I ever have to go back to the urologist, it won't be you. Before I found out that I didn't have cancer, I told Jeffrey that regardless of the results of this, I want to do something different with my life now. I felt like I was just kind of like existing or waiting for the next thing to happen. I sort of narrowed it down to 3 things. This project, My Year Without Cancer, is documenting me living my life better because of what has happened to me. Thing 1, my body. In 2013-14, I lost 100 pounds. And since then, I've gained it all back. I want to explore my better eating choices.
How do you make yourself excited about salad? Asking for a friend.
Okay, second thing that I want to do better is to sort of explore my creative pursuits. In late 2019, I started taking singing lessons, which is crazy.
Pretty heart shines a light on whatever's worth.
They are really fun. I really enjoy it as like a personal like escape, for lack of a better word, because I feel like it's something that's mine that I get to go do, that I'm putting myself out there for. And the third and final thing that I would like to be better about this year is I live in Orange County in California. I moved here in July and I've spent a lot of time at my office. This is one of the most beautiful areas in the world. Point is, I told Jeffrey when this all was happening that I wanted to live a different kind of life.
And now I'm going to go bask in a weekend. We're going to go to San Diego because I've fucking earned it. I made Jeffrey drive, though he volunteered, because I requested that we take the PCH down.
What's the PCH?
What could PCH stand for? Pretty complicated hardships, which has been my week. Bam. It's the Pacific Coast Highway for those like non-locals.
Yeah, I'm gonna get outside.
Thank you.
This is the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Right. It's better.
It is.
I'm feeling all over myself.
We made it to San Diego. I look great. I put my hood up because we don't have sunscreen, or I forgot to look for sunscreen. And I have a question. What's exercise?
Oh, it's this French word that means to die.
Because that's what's happening right now. You're welcome. Oh my god. Oh my god. I get nervous when there's a creek. Like that. They have vegan pancakes. Fruity bitch. We got to our Airbnb. What are we doing? Taking a nap. We'll take anything. Mission accomplished. The fear I was feeling this morning was specifically related to this project. How scared I was to do it. How scared I was to like move forward with it. And that I could just feel my brain getting right back to the place it was before all this started happening. And I was like, well, I can't let that happen. I have me thinking pretty definitively that I had cancer, and now I don't. That has to change something. And I'm gonna try. And that's all I can do. I'm gonna look for opportunities as they come up. And one of the other cool things about this project is there will be a Patreon. And if you are a patron at a certain level, you'll get to help decide where I'm going and what I'm doing next. I don't have cancer, yay.